welcome back to Friday Reads, where we help you find your next read. My name is Jill.
And I'm Julie, and this week we're talking about books about health and wellness. We are currently doing a wellness challenge with the Village of Kimberly staff, so we thought today would be a good day to dive into some books to keep you healthy and well.
All right, I'm going to start out. My first pick is off of our news shelf. This is Jamie Oliver's 7 Ways. I love Jamie Oliver recipes because they're often kind of easy and they use like real ingredients. Sometimes there's a weird thing in there because he's British, I think. And you know, they're like real ingredients. It's usually not like cream of something soup or something like that. So in this book, he looked into 18 ingredients that often appear in people's shopping baskets. Knowing that people often have a limited repertoire on how they use these ingredients, he offers 7 recipes that might inspire you to prepare that food a little differently, which is one of our challenges for the Kimberly, is try something new. These recipes are designed to be simple enough for weeknight meals. So the common ingredients he picked were chicken breasts, sausages, salmon fillet, ground meat, shrimp, whitefish fillet, whole chicken steak, and pork for the meat eaters. There's also a section for eggs. And he's got like vegetables as well. Broccoli, cauliflower, avocado, sweet potato, eggplant, which I don't think eggplant is that popular in people's carts, but he thinks so. Peppers, mushrooms, and potato. So let me give you a couple examples. He's got this avocado and chickpea toasty. I'm sure you've heard of avocado toast. So this is his thing on it with a little bit of chickpea on there, so you have some protein. He's got potato lasagna, which I thought that was kind of a different one. It looked kind of good. And I like potatoes and I like lasagna, so it has to be good. And then he's got these charred pepper fajitas, which looked really, really good.
They all sound interesting.
Yeah, so that was my first choice, new recipes.
And I kind of went along the same vein as Jill. My first pick was the Essential Plant-Based Pantry. Streamline your ingredients, simplify your meals by Maggie Green. So for many of us, it can be challenging to find the time, money, and ingredients to enjoy preparing a healthy plant-based meal. So imagine a cookbook where you didn't have to shop for expensive ingredients in unusual places or use them only once for a recipe. Imagine a cookbook where you knew you had all the dry goods you needed to prepare quick and amazing recipes. Wouldn't this change the way you think and feel about cooking? So included in this book is a 1-page ingredient list that can be used as a reference for helping you remake your pantry into a plant-based pantry. So she breaks it down into what dry herbs and spices you need, popular ones like basil, coriander, oregano, thyme. She also has a list for dry goods, beans, nuts, brown rice, chickpeas. And then she has canned or bottled foods, so your beans, your olive oils, tomato paste, apple cider vinegar, your non-dairy items, almond milk, tofu, and then along with frozen items like frozen corn and things like that. So she's got some fun recipes in here. There's fettuccine cashew Alfredo, sesame Brussels sprouts. There's red bean and mushroom jambalaya. I know a lot of people just celebrated Fat Tuesday. So this is kind of a fun way to look at some new recipes for healthy cooking. Some other benefits of using this plant-based pantry: you're going to prepare more meals at home. You're going to hopefully avoid multiple trips to specialty stores to shop for ingredients, again, that you might only use once. And you'll get a well-organized pantry with useful ingredients. If plant-based isn't your thing, she also has the Essential Pantry. We can get both these in the Info Soup catalog by the same author.
It's not January, but you can still go vegan if you want to. So I'm on not what you eat, but when you eat. This is Delay, Don't Deny by Jen Stevens. Intermittent fasting seems to be a popular thing I'm seeing for people that are trying to lose weight or maintain their weight or just live a more healthy lifestyle and their eating lifestyle, I guess. This book is based on the author's personal journey of losing 80 pounds in 2 years by changing when she ate rather than what she ate.
Oh.
So intermittent fasting, if you're not familiar with it, you have an eating window of between 1 and 8 hours during which you consume all of your calories for the day, including food and beverages. And the rest of the hours of the day, you're in a fast. So in this book, she'll talk about the whys and the hows and all the maintenance, and she describes intermittent fasting as a lifestyle. This is not something you're going to try until you lose weight and then go back and do something else, because, you know, Well, you try not to. So it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. And she also touches on finding support and exercise as part of a healthy lifestyle, which is a good thing to do even if you're not intermittent fasting. But if you want to give it a try, you might want to give this a read and see if it appeals to you.
My second pick is 1 Minute Mindfulness, 50 Simple Ways to Find Peace, Clarity, and New Possibilities in a Stressed Out World by Don Altman. One of the other things on our bingo wellness challenge amongst the staff is de-stressing. So I thought I'd include one for 1 Minute Mindfulness. So being fully in each moment leads to peace and well-being, but sometimes that's harder than it sounds, especially in a world where we have a lot of demands on our time and attention. How do you practice mindfulness when you're faced with difficult people in your life, overwhelming schedules, stubborn kids maybe? So he brings, in this book, the benefits of mindfulness down to earth and into everyday life. He's got 50 exercises and practices to build awareness and center attention. You can discover how to savor routine pleasures, find fulfillment in your work, enhance your relationships, change your unhealthy habits, and connect to peace even in the midst of a chaotic day. One of the things he recommends is starting a gratitude journal where you should write down 3 to 5 things that you are grateful for. A kind act someone did for you, that comfortable chair you're sitting in right now, the book you are reading that you love, the music you love, and then do this for a 4-week period and see how it affects your life. Go back and read and see different things that you wrote down. You may even want to track how gratitude impacts your mood, your sleep, how you eat, and how you interact with others in your life.
1 minute is not a big commitment. So, kind of along the same lines, I have A Monk's Guide to Happiness by Gilong Thubten. In this, he says that humans are designed to be happy, and this author explains how to get there using meditation. He says your mind is never too active for meditation. Meditate in micro moments in the midst of a busy day, kind of like that 1 minute thing. Implement practical methods to help you choose happiness. Have greater compassion for yourself and others. And there's here's one tip for every day. One tip for every day. He said, first thought, last thought. When you wake up in the morning, does your hand immediately search for your phone? I'm guilty of this. Then you shove it in front of your face before your eyes have even been able to open. What is your first habit of the day? It is very helpful to make your first moment of the day, as well as the last one before you sleep, a moment of mindfulness. Just as soon as you wake up, without even moving and getting up, simply be aware of your body, feel the weight of it lying on the bed, and feel your head against the pillow. Slowly become accustomed to the room around you. Applying this moment of mindfulness instills a powerful habit which helps you become your default state. And he says the similar things before you go to bed, how you, instead of churning the thoughts of your day through your head, you just kind of drift into this thing and feel yourself. So yeah,
easier said than done some nights,
yes.
But it's a very good idea.
Maybe it'll inspire you to do that.
My third pick for health and wellness is Walking for Fitness, the low-impact workout that tones and shapes by Nina Burrow. You can keep fit, tone up, and lose weight. Walking is the perfect thing to achieve optimum health, hassle-free. So this power walking expert reveals there is a world of difference between a casual stroll and an energizing power walk. In this book, she explains how this low-impact form of exercise can be done with anyone, anywhere, at any time, and help you achieve health, vitality, and hopefully weight loss. Some tips for walking that she shares in this book are, number 1, invest in a good pair of shoes. Wear comfortable clothing that is visible when you're walking, especially if you're outdoors. Choose synthetic fiber socks. They're better at drawing moisture away from your skin when you're walking. And before you begin any exercise plan, obviously determine your fitness level and flexibility. Some of the benefits of walking: it reduces tension and stress. It can tone and strengthen your muscles. It can help manage your body weight. It increases bone strength. It can boost your immune system. And if you find a walking buddy, it can be a socially enjoyable activity. So she's got walking plans in this book for beginners through marathoners. And we've also got the book Just Move, a new approach to fitness after 50 for people, which has different things in this one. So some ways to get you out and moving. Hopefully the weather gets nicer and we can get out.
And my exercise book that I brought, in case you want to take it up a notch, is the Run, Walk, Run method. This I've actually used before. I didn't read this book. This is by Jeff Galloway, but it's a method that I've promote it. If you want to become a runner and you feel intimidated by this, if you're looking to get faster times in races, or if runner injuries and aches and pains are plaguing you, this might be something for you to look into. Included, he has like plans in here and stuff and how to do it. He also has tips for beginners, the proper form for running and walking, and how to use this method to solve any problems you might be having. And there are a couple of chapters for increasing your race time. There's even a section in here that addresses heavier runners. I mean, if this guy can do it, anybody can do it, I'm sure of it. So, it also talks about if you've been sedentary, how to get started, and mature runners who might have bad knees and things. So, run, walk, run, if you want to take it up a notch.
And then my fourth pick is going in a different direction. This is Nodding Off, The Science of Sleep from Cradle to Grave by Alice Gregory. In this book, renowned sleep researcher Alice Gregory explores every aspect of sleep, from the different stages of sleep and how our sleeping patterns change throughout our lives, to what happens when things go wrong and getting some shut-eye becomes more of a trial than a pleasure. Using cutting-edge findings in the field, she tackles the big questions such as, how do things that happen before we are even born affect our sleep? What sleep problems should raise a red flag in kids? How do our genes influence the way we sleep? What are the consequences of sleep problems in the older folks? And why are scientists turning to sleep disorders such as sleep paralysis to try to understand some paranormal experiences? Most of us spend a large portion of our lives asleep without ever thinking about why we do this. So Nodding Off lifts the lid on this mysterious and universal pastime. For adults aged 26 to 64, it's recommended that we get 7 to 9 hours of sleep per 24-hour period. Some of the tips included for this, for a good night's sleep: increase bright light exposure during the day. Don't consume caffeine late in the day. I know for me personally, I cut it off at noon or I'm up. Reduce long daytime naps. Short naps are great, but long naps may result in poor sleep at night. Try to sleep and wake at consistent times. Set your bedroom temperature to a comfortable level. We tend to lower the thermostat at night to make it a little cooler for sleep. And exercising regularly, getting up and moving, but not right before bed. So if you want to learn all about sleep and sleep habits, this would be a book to check out.
I'd like to know what happens before you're born.
I know,
affects
that
your
had a
sleep.
lot
That's
of interesting things in there.
So I'm going back to like mental health in a little bit different direction. This is Dog Medicine and How My Dog Saved Me From Myself. This is a memoir by Julie Barton. Studies show that having pets can reduce stress and promote happiness. This pandemic has kept a lot of us home more and adding to our families. A lot of people are adopting fur babies during this time. So in this book, at 22, Julie Barton collapsed on her kitchen floor in Manhattan. She was 1 year out of college and severely depressed. Summoned by Julie's incoherent phone call, her mother raced from Ohio to New York and took her home. Haunted by troubling childhood memories, Julie continued to sink into suicidal depression. Psychiatrists, therapists, and family members tried to intervene, but nothing reached her until the day she decided to do one hopeful thing: adopt a golden retriever puppy she named Bunker. Dog Medicine captures the anguish of depression, the slow path to recovery, the beauty of forgiveness, and the astonishing ways animals can help heal even the most broken hearts and minds. So, unfortunately, our challenge does not include adopting a puppy, but it can.
You had to throw that in. And my last book is Sit Strong, Everyday Exercises to Stretch and Strengthen Your Posture by Harriet Griffey. Our modern life means that most of us spend too long sitting, whether it's at our desks at work, watching TV, driving in the car. So Sit Strong highlights how everyone can strengthen their body and improve their flexibility to specifically counteract the risk of these long hours spent sitting. It's divided into different sections based on your different areas of your body. There's an area for head and neck, upper back and shoulders, arms, lower back and bottom, legs, and full body exercises. So the woman who wrote this is a former nurse, and she has 50 practical step-by-step exercises that you can easily do at home, at work, or even on your commute. It gives you the knowledge and guidance to walk tall, stand straight, and sit strong. So some of the things she mentions in proper sitting technique: always support your back, adjust your chair so you can use the keyboard with your wrists and forearms straight and level with the floor. I know I'm guilty of, especially with my tablet, kind of slumped in a chair. Have your feet on the floor, place your screen at eye level, Have the keyboard straight in front of you and keep your mouse close if you use a mouse. Get up and take regular breaks from sitting. So there's a lot of good exercises, like I said, for the different parts of your body in here. There's diagrams, there's text that support them, so good place to start for doing some stretching for the different parts of your body if you spend a lot of time sitting.
Sitting properly is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for watching. We hope that you find some ideas of what to read next.
Don't forget to like or share this video, comment, let us know what healthy habits you have, or if you have any books you recommend for health and wellness. We'd love to share them with the staff. Let us know what you're reading. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.